Hi guys, today we'll be solving problem on subsets. So basically we'll be given an array. We have to return all the possible subset which we can make using this array. But the condition is subset should be unique. There should not be any duplicate subsets. So let us understand, if we'll be given this array, then for each element we will be having there will be two possible options we will be having, like whether to include the element or not to include the element. So if you see here in this diagram, uh, we'll go through position wise. So initially my position will be at zeroth element in the array. So if we see at the zeroth position, element 1 is present. So uh, either we can include this one or not include. We will be having two choices, right? So first I will not be including this one, so my subarray will become empty subarray, and uh, these are the remaining elements from the array. These are inside the curly braces, represent remaining elements of the array. So at we are initially we are at position 0, so element 1 is there, so we are first we are not including it, and here we will be including it. So these are two choices is there uh, for us, like whether to include or not to include. So if we will not be including, then this will be the subarray, and if we will be including, then our subarray contains one element. So when our position will become 1, in that case again we will be having two options here and two options here. So what are those two options? So in this array, when our position becomes 1, the element present is 2. So again we are having two choices, like whether to include these two or not to include these two. So if we are including these two, our subarray will contain becomes like this: element 2 will be present and 3 will be the remaining element of the array. And if we are not including, subarray will be empty only. So similarly here our array contains 1. If we not include this 2, then our subarray will look like this: only 1 will be present. And if we include this 2, uh, then our subarray will become like this: 1 comma 2. There are two elements will be present. So when our position will becomes 2, then element present at the 2 is 3. So again here we are having two options: to include or not to include 3. And here also we are having two options, here also and here also. So here in this empty subarray, if I will not include 3, then my subarray will be empty only. If I will include 3, subarray will contains element 3. Here similarly for 2 subarray, this subarray, if we will not include 3, our subarray will contain only 2. If we will include this 3, then subarray will becomes 2 comma 3. Now here if we in if we are not including 3, our subarray will become like this: only 1 will be present. And if we are including 3 inside this subarray, then our subarray will become 1 comma 3. And similarly goes here: if we are including this 3 in our subarray, then it will become 1 comma 2 comma 3. Subarray will contains 1 comma 2 comma 3. And if we are not including, then it will become 1 comma 2. So and again if we will increase our position, then there is no element present at this position. So this when our position becomes 3 in this example I am talking about. So 3 means it is the length of the array. If our position reaches to the length of the array, then we have to simply add this uh, subsets to our result, uh, because this will become our base condition. Like if our position is equals to the length of the array, then we simply return all these subarrays. So for solving this problem, we'll be needing will be okay. So we'll be creating one method. So I will give method name as public static void. This method will not return anything. Public static void, and I will give name as help. So we'll be needing, as you can see here, we'll be needing one array, then our one element to track our the position, one element for tracking the position, and one temporary list for storing this result, and one list will be required to store all these subsets. Okay, so we will take inputs integer array arr, then integer position, then list which will be of integer type for storing result, then one temporary list will be required which will be of integer type for storing the subsets. So we are solving this problem using recursion. So in recursion, base case is needed. So as we saw, when our position is reaching to the length of the array, then we have to simply return the result. So here we will be writing our base case. So if our position is equals to array dot length, then simply as here we have to return answer in the list format. So first I will store that result into the into this list. This is result 1. So we will store that result dot add of, then I will be adding as a new array list. So new array list of temp. So inside this temporary list, we are storing all these subsets. So that we are adding inside the result. That temporary list we are adding inside the result, and simply we have to return from here. If our position becomes equals to the length of the array, initially we will be starting from 0th position. Initially we will be starting from 0th position. As our position becomes length of the array, that is 3 in this case, so simply we have to add the answer into the result list, and simply we have to return. If this will not be the case, so we saw that, like if uh, our position is less than that length of the array, which is 0, 1 and 2. So in this scenario, what we have to do. So as we saw, either we will ignore the element or we will consider the element. So here, if we are first, let us assume we are ignoring the element, then we will call this help method recursively. If we first we are ignoring the element, so if we are ignoring this element, then we will pass our position to the next element. So here array will becomes array, then position will become position plus 1 in this case, and result string will be result only, because we are not making any change here. And temporary string, result list will be result only, and temporary list will be temporary only, because we are not adding the element, we are just ignoring the element, so it will not contain anything. So next option is like, we are adding the element. So if we are adding the element, then simply we will be adding into temporary list, that is temp dot add. So here, whatever my position is there, that element I have to add. See here in this array, my position is, let us suppose, let us take 0th position. My position is 0th one. Then I have to add the element present at the 0th index. See here, we have to add the element present at this uh, 0th position, not a position. We have to add element present at that position. So here what I will be doing, so I will be adding ARR of my position. Okay, and we will pass this to the help function. We'll simply call this help function recursively, ARR, then position will become position plus 1, and we are adding and we are passing to the next element position. So position will become position plus 1, and the result will be result only, and temp list will become, because we have added, so this temp, this element will be present inside this temp, and we will be simply adding this temp list. And once we added, uh, then we have to remove that element. We have to backtrack, because we have added one element in the list, so we have to pop out that element. So temp dot remove, then last element we have to pop out, so that will be like temp dot remove we will do, and we will simply do temp dot size minus 1. So this will give us last element present at the last, because we have added something, so we have to remove that element as well. Whatever we have added, we are just removing that element. So yeah, this is our logic, guys. And here we have to return the answer in the list of list format. So let us create one list of list, which will be of integer type. It will be my answer. Sorry, I have not closed this. Okay, answer, that is equal to new array list, and simply we will call this help method, and we are passing the argument here ARR is array. So here in this method we have given an array as nums, so we'll be passing that nums array. Then my position, so as we discussed initially, we are starting from the 0th position and subsequently we are increasing. So initially position will be 0, so position is 0. And then list of list result, so here list of list is answer, so answer I'm passing. And one temporary uh, list is required, so I'll be taking as new array list. So new array list I'm passing, new array list I'm passing here. And simply I'll return answer list. So this answer list, which is result list here, so that will condense all the sub arrays, so we will be returning that answer here. So let us run this program. Okay, so it has accepted the base cases, so base cases got passed here, if you can see. And let us submit this. Yeah, our solution is accepted, guys. So thank you, guys.